Alright, I really don't know where to start. I don't know if I'm going to start along in this mess. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Start over with the regulator. That's a pretty bad mess over here too. Okay, well, what I'm doing, this thing once again is dead. I've got this problem down here also. Okay, well, I'll find something to start with. But as you can see, there's no lights. And of course, it's dead. There is no voltage. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start here anyway. This is the simplest spot. I'm probably going to pull this harness off. I'm going to go through it and see if there's not a bad spot in it. Ever since I've had this truck, I bought it in '97. Ever since then, I've had charging issues. I've had wiring issues, alternator issues. It's just been one thing after another with the charging system. So it makes me wonder if the whole truck hadn't had that problem its whole life. Well, anyway, I'll get started with it. Okay, I've got the harness off. You can tell I've already worked on it once before. I used to have these push-on type connectors, and I went ahead and changed it to these type. And the trigger wire right there, it doesn't look too good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll unthread this tape and check the continuity of each of these wires again. Okay, I'm going to show you what I have found in my testing. This is my amplifier lead that leads to the amp, to the stereo amp. And this is my body ground, or the battery ground you might say. And what I'm going to do in my testing procedure is I'm going to take a lead and place it on the amplifier lead. I don't know if you can see that or not in the camera. There you go, just in the very corner. And I'm going to touch the lead to the ground. And I have 0 resistance. And I'll check it again. Once again, 0 resistance, and it's falling back. Of course, it could be the battery it's going dead also. What that would be is since that goes to the stereo amp, that means since there is no resistance, there is nothing stopping the current flow from this post, which is the positive, all the way to the stereo amp and all the way back to the ground. Which means that would be what is draining the battery. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave the stereo amp unhooked. I'm not really satisfied that the battery is not bad just yet because I don't have a way to test it, but I do know that that would be a serious issue right there. I know that would be causing a unnecessary drain on the battery. Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and go back to work on this wiring harness also. Okay, I have checked everything out. I have checked continuity across the fuse links. I've checked continuity off this repair and everywhere else, and the only thing that I was to find was that I was finding continuity between my amp lead and the ground, which it should not have been if the amp is off. which meant that there was also a voltage draw, causing a drain on the battery. I have also dismantled this harness. Oh yeah, by the way, this is mostly homemade. The other one, the factory harness, was really bad shape. I ended up having to make a new one. And all of these connectors checked out okay. All this. I'm pretty sure that the alternator is charging like it's supposed to. And this circuit breaker here, the old one, which is this one here, had an unusual amount of resistance across it. I didn't think that it should, so I went ahead and replaced it. I've got a box full of them. There's no telling how many I've got. Also inside here, I found several electrical problems, which I spent the biggest part of the afternoon working on. I've probably been in here probably for about 3 hours fixing grounds and loose wires. The main thing, you probably can't see it, but for the intermittent part, that is loose. It's not supposed to be, so I made a new one, and we will see how that works. Also, my air horn switch had been turned on for some reason. So for now, I think what we are going to do is we're just going to put it back together and see what happens.